Hi guys!
Hi!
Okay, we decided...
Yes.
Sis,
I'm Amy.
I'm Lea. Best not to forget that, so you know. Okay, we decided today to make a video about being twins. Today we decided to make a video about being twins. Okay, since most people are usually really curious about that we often get asked here in Iceland, or like just by whomever, like, how is being twins? Like, I always saying, do you fight? Do you pull pranks on people a lot? Do people know you apart? And a lot of stuff like that.
Yes.
So,
And also you often asked, why do you just buy one of everything
yeah,
so you can have even more clothes?
yes.
It's not that
Okay, let's just start with. Okay,
simple. Always together.
Yeah, since we're twins, and like we're both girls. We have the same interests, same friends, so we're basically always together. And though we don't mind, we can get pretty tired of each other, and because of that we fight. But we're pretty. Like when we fight, and then 5 minutes later we want to talk.
Yep, we always have something we want to say to each other. So
Yeah, so we're really quick at, like,
forgiving each other, you could say.
yes. And yeah.
And yeah, and of course we're studying the same things. We always want to work at the same place. It's not like, I'm not saying in the future we want to work at the same place. I'm meaning like there's this job available, we both want to work there.
Yeah.
Not because we want to work, like, also we really like working with each other. We work well together. We can always trust that the other one will do their part of the job.
Yes.
So we like working together.
Yes.
Because you can really trust each other there.
Yeah. And then, okay.
Friends are the same.
Yes. We don't really need to, like, have different friends. That would be just pointless.
Yeah.
It would.
It's
Yeah.
better to just have the same friends and try to have many friends, you could say, instead of her having maybe a group of her own and me having a group of my own.
Yeah, that would be just
Pointless.
troublesome. Okay, and then, okay, like, people's reaction to us maybe are a bit stronger towards us because we dress the same, and twins usually don't do that. Like, not often. Maybe when they're kids, like, parents think, oh, it's so cute to dress them the same and stuff like that.
We've always dressed the same.
Yeah, like,
It's not like we just decided to do it. We just.
it's always been like that. Like, our mom did it when we were young, and then just like when we grew older, we just like we wanted. No, and
it was kind of like we just looked at it like a normal thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't really different for us, Morinay,
or weird in any way that we will be.
and like we were kind of peculiar about what we wanted. We were really like, if there was something we didn't want, we were did not want, we were just like no.
Yeah,
We would not even try it on if we didn't like how it looked.
yeah, and we usually just like the same things, so we always dress the same because it was just easier that way, I guess. Like, to begin with, we didn't care about clothes, but if we didn't like it, we would definitely not wear it. So it was like that. Then when we grew older, we still have the same, like, we have the same kind of style that we like always, and like, say if I say, oh, I like that, and that hasn't been our normal style, but if she starts liking it too, even if she doesn't like it to begin with.
I don't really care. Like, I really love Lisa, but like, if she wants to change something, I don't care. Because change is never bad.
Usually.
And also I don't really think about stuff like that.
Yeah, and then like with people's reactions, especially here in Iceland, they can be really rude.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they just stare at us. We've had once that some person behind us in a store and she just...
No, it was mom, right?
No, we had it one time also.
Ah, yeah, I remember.
She just...
And like we had lived in, she was 2 years younger than us. We knew who she was.
Yeah.
And we were at her workplace. She was working.
Yeah, but she was just like walking behind us and staring at us and following us in the store.
We had worked lived in the same town, same small town for 3 years.
Yeah.
And she still had to walk behind us and stare at us.
Yeah.
Because we were different.
Yeah. And then...
So,
then...
we have had people look at us in horror because
they're just walking past us and suddenly, like at the corner of their eyes, they see something and they're just like, whoa, that's just fucking weird. And they just like this and just like really, they just like stare at us like we're some kind of monsters almost because they're so shocked. And just like, we're just like, we do see you, you know, you're standing right in front of us.
And like, people in cars and stuff like that, when they're staring like this, they're just like this, going past us, and
yeah,
we're just
driving really slowly, and we're just like, yes, we do exist, we dress the same, good that you noticed. And then like, if we're standing in a line somewhere to buy something, people stand behind us and they're talking about us, and we just like, yet again, we do see, we do hear. But yeah, usually we don't say anything, sometimes we do, but it's that kind of difficult and...
Yeah. Or friends sometimes, like if people are staring at us, we ask our friends to, we kind of like just do this to them.
Just wink at them, and we do that sometimes, like about a month or 2 ago we went to the ice cream store and there were girls like staring at us and apparently they were definitely talking about this, like just like how they were. And when we went
you can
out,
always see it.
Yeah, and when we went out, I just waved at them and smiled and was like, oh, I know you because you seem to know me. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. I think it's so rude when people are like that. Like, you can't just stand next to a person and talk about them and stare at them and think they won't notice.
Nay,
just that doesn't work like that. Our cat is being too playful with our stuff right now. Like the stuff that he's not supposed to play with. Okay, and then like that's like really typical behavior here in Iceland.
Oh, and like we have several times been asked like, oh, are you in a play?
Yes, we just go to the store, like just with makeup, eyelashes, dressed just like how you would normally dress, and then someone talks, oh, you look so nice today, or just nice. Are you in a play? And there's just like, no, this is just how we dress.
Like, why would we, even if we were in a play, why would we wear our costume to the store?
Exactly, because they just see us wearing a costume apparently, so they ask. And this doesn't happen just once. It has happened a few times to us. Yeah. So we're just like, why? Can't people like just dress the way they want to and not be expected to be in a play or something? Or stared at, or talked about, or followed around the store? Can't they just be who they are? And that's, like, this is, sometimes we do get people that come to us and just like, oh, you're so nice. How do you like do what you do and stuff like that, and just like genuinely like how we look, and just like, oh, it's so nice. Yeah, and just like, I think it's really nice to see someone that's not afraid to be who they are, because that's kind of how Icelandic people are. They're afraid to be different from the norm. That's really a part of why people do treat us often in the way that they do. And okay, that's really different than, like, if you would compare it to Japan. There we will be stared at because we're foreigners that are twins and are cute, you could say. I don't want to say that I'm cute because that's kind of embarrassing, but that's how they feel. So that's usually like really nice reactions you get. Like, people don't stare at us, they just look like, oh, that's cute. Like we do with everything.
Yeah,
you could say.
They're never rude. And like, they're kind of like, they just look at you for a short while and then they just move on with their life.
Yeah.
They don't stare at you in horror or being rude or anything. They're just like, it's kind of more in a positive way because they then just move on.
Yeah.
It's maybe 2-3 seconds and then it's just.
Yeah, that's what we really liked about being in Japan. I say for that year, you felt so free. You could say like here, like I felt it like when I came back home, I got so self-conscious about just being who I am.
Because like with me, I like red lipstick, but suddenly I felt kind of like, why should I wear a red lipstick outside? Like everyone will stare at me.
Yeah. And it was just really uncomfortable. I've gotten over it now because now I'm again used to how Icelandic people are.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how can you expect people to be able to be who they are if you like, what's the word? Judge them. Yeah. If you judge them so much. I think it's so bad that Icelandic people are often really good. Like you are maybe a foreigner traveling here and they will do almost everything to help you. And they will be nice with you and they will take you to nice places, show you nice things. But as soon as you're a bit different, or even if you're a foreigner that moves here, they start judging you. They start being rude often, unless they're your friends and know you. So Icelandic people can be really like two-faced, you could say. And that's really...
But let's not talk about
that's kind of a whole another thing you could say. Yes, so being twins, is there anything... Like it has its good sides, like while we're working, for example, at the hotel, we're usually working together.
I have seen sisters.
Yeah, so like when people see us at work, first they see another one and then the other one comes walking and then it goes away and like it goes like that and they're just like, and then they see us together and it's just like, oh my god, you're twins. I thought I was going crazy or something. And they get so happy, just like you're twins, you look the same, and sometimes it just makes their day, and that's a lot of fun. And also like always having someone to talk to, that's great, and someone to share something with. And like since we have the same hobbies, like the same things and everything, so that's great also. And that's like and also money wise, like we collect dolls, we can you could say more easily buy the stuff we want because we have double the money, you could say, because we share our money also. So it's like, even though maybe for some people they will be like, but I want to own my doll completely by myself, and what will you do when you decide to move apart? But that's okay, maybe we will fight about it, but I don't know. But we could always just like switch them around.
Yeah, and even if you move in different places, we could like you said, we could always switch them. But they will always be our dolls. Like I don't lose my dolls even though she's at her place.
Yeah. So so it's really good about getting money.
Because we mentioned earlier, because people often ask us, why don't you just buy one of every clothing?
Yeah, we have to.
So that you have a lot more. What if I want to wear this and she also wants to wear it?
That will mean a big fight.
And like, of course, at the time now, we live together. So some people might say we don't need to have two of everything. But what about when we move apart? Who's supposed to get what? Because maybe it won't be easy for me to just jump over at her place and get this one dress that I want to wear today. It's not always as simple as it seems.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. And like, even though we're twins, we have the same hobbies, same interests, obviously, the same thing, and in many people's opinion, the same face, which in our opinion is
So wrong. That's
completely
so
different.
wrong.
It's so different.
We're just like
But
100%.
like, personality-wise, we're so different.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know us to see it, because like, okay, you can meet a person just outside. It can be one of your friends, and they can have all the same of your hobbies. You just click together because you're so alike with that. But that does not mean your personality is 100% the same.
Yeah.
That's the same with us. We like the same stuff.
Have the same friends, we live together and everything like that, but our personalities are not the same.
And the face is not the same.
Yes.
Even our body is not the same.
Yes. It's kind of weird to say though. Like, I'm always looking at her body and seeing, oh, she has bigger boobs than me, she has smaller waist than me, and stuff like that. No, not really though.
But I still have a smaller waist.
I have bigger boobs.
No!
A bit. Tiny bit.
I haven't noticed that, but apparently she did.
I'm not a perv. Oh, he's licking me.
Yeah, but
I
of
think
course, also being twins also has its problems. We have 2 minutes left. And
we already talked about a lot of problems being twins, so that's kind of weird to say.
yeah, I mean more like a different level. I don't know. It has a lot of troubles being twins, but I guess it's not that different from just normal siblings, maybe. I don't know. But yeah.
I guess that's everything we wanted to talk to today, at least.
Oh, but there's one thing that's really troubling.